Hello, I'm Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves reporter. It is Mr. Joe Edwards. Joe, I can't believe I'm saying this after the first half, but Wolves 2, Brighton 1, 3 points, and look, I think in the end they just about deserved it.
Strange old game of football. I mean, eventful is one way to describe it, but I think, yeah, come the end, they're showing a bit of grit, they're showing a bit of character, and they made the man advantage count. I know that's what you should do when you're up against 10 men, but it's not what always happens. But thought Adama Traore was brilliant off the bench, exactly what you want from a substitute, couldn't really do any more. And Gibbs White, through that miss that he somehow had, gets the winner, and a big moment of relief and elation for him and for Wolves as a whole. They've got a victory. Wasn't brilliant. There's still a lot of flaws to this Wolves team, but yeah, they've got themselves a win, and I think you can smile about it in the end.
Look, you can say, okay, 11 versus 11, it was all Brighton, and then, okay, Wolves have played well and it's only against 10 men. However, Wolves have created that opportunity for Fabio Silva, for Lewis Dunk to foul Fabio Silva. That's resulted in 10 men. If Lewis Dunk lets Fabio Silva go, Fabio Silva should score, probably will score. It's 1-1, and Wolves could go on and win that game. So you can see it on both ways, can't you? They've created that opportunity, so you've got to give them full credit for that.
I mean, they started the game brilliantly. That first 10 minutes, they were just passing it about seamlessly, quickly, sharply, confidently. Then, of course, we saw what we've seen too many times this season, failing to track a man at the corner and giving Dunk the easy task of heading in. I mean, complete mismatches from set pieces, and he carried on after that goal. I mean, Neves trying to mark Dunk, he's going to lose that battle 9 times out of 10. I think Gibbs White was marking 6'7" Dan Burn on another, so that's a problem. But the rest of the first half on there was tepid, poor. But then, yeah, the second half, they made it count, and really good reaction, some good performances in there as well. But I think for me, Traore made all the difference really as a sub.
Yeah, look, he made a massive impact, and you can say, can't you, with Wolves at full strength like they were, and playing great football like they were, a couple of seasons ago. That's what you want. You want Adama Traore to come on and for the last half an hour and terrorise defences, and that's what, whether he's best as a substitute or not remains to be seen. Such is the nature of the beast. Some of the Wolves players are out, and he's starting every game, and he was off the bench today, and it's no, I don't know whether he's better off the bench, do you?
Well, it was a nice blast from the past, wasn't it? That Adama coming on, impact sub, and changing the game and turning the game on its head. I mean, he hasn't had a brilliant season, we all know that. But this was a reminder of just how effective he can be when used cleverly. And the plan was to pull Brighton out of position, get players over to that left-hand side, their left-hand side, to try and deal with him, and they just simply couldn't do it. So, brilliant goal from him, and a game-changing impact.
We're talking about Vitinha, after the West Brom game. We're talking about Morgan Gibbs White today, first Premier League goal. A chance that, of course, everybody was devastated. He was devastated when you spoke to him after the game. They missed that chance. Great work from Traore, and it should have been 2-1. But to pick himself back up and to come back and to make a finish like that, which is 3, 4, 5, 6 times difficult, but a really cracking goal, could be massive to him moving forward. And hopefully now he goes on and gets some more chances between now and the end of the season, and then Wolves have got a decision probably to make for next summer.
He had a good game on the whole, I thought, actually. I mean, in the first half, he was all a bit kind of tippy-tappy and not really much end product to it, but I guess you could apply that to Wolves as a whole. But in the second half, he really kind of stepped up and drove at Brighton and tried to make things happen and took risks. I mean, the first miss, he won't need telling again. It was unfathomable, really. Big lorry coming. But yeah, it was bad miss. He knows that, but to pick himself up and to put it away, and yeah, he kind of fell to him nicely in the box, but he still found the top corner. Made it now chance for Sanchez, and big moment for him. And he wants to be part of things moving forward. He wants to stake a claim. He wants to be a starter. He's had to be patient. We'll have to see whether he's the long-term answer, but that's certainly a good account for himself today, and well done to him.
Yeah, and look, he said in the post-match interview he wants to stay here, wants to stay at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he said Nuno's been hard on him, but he said he needed to be hard on him, and he's got, he understands that. So, this is the type of opportunity and the type of, I think the only shame about today was that the South Bank wasn't full, and he could have, really celebrated in front of them. But the fans will be back for the next home game, albeit the last home game of the season, and these are the kind of starts that the youngsters need to really contend and to show Nuno what they're made of for next season. Not just him, but the likes of Vitinha, Hoover played today. I thought he did find out Nori. There's plenty, Fabio Silva. There's plenty of positives to come, and ballsy from Nuno picking that side today. But that's exactly what people want to see, isn't it?
I thought he was really good actually, Hoover. I think he had a good game. I like the way he goes forward, and he doesn't look ungainly or unnatural. He looks very confident in what he does. Vitinha again, perhaps quieter than he was against Albion, but he has those moments, and that clever pass round the corner that leads to the sending off. And these players are coming in. I mean, Kilman started a bit shaky, but held his own come the end. So they're doing well. They've had to be patient. They've not had chances every week, but it's time to experiment, and they're holding their own. They're playing their part, and well done to them as well.
Yeah, look, with people, I'm sure Nuno will continue to give chances to players. I'm not sure how much we'll see more of Willian Jose this season. Of course, looked to struggled, I thought, when he came on. However, with these youngsters and doing well, they've got 3 more difficult games on paper now. You go to Spurs, you go to Everton, you're at home against Manchester United. So 11 versus 11 remains to be seen how they do. But again, great chances if they do perform well that they're here next season.
Yeah, there's a few players that aren't at it. Neves was poor today. I mean, he was given the hook shortly into the second half. Obviously, Traoré took his place, and that wasn't a surprise at all. He's not looking right. Pedence again, flattered to deceive. Very little end product from him, and very kind of another frustrating outing for him. And as you say, Jose, and looks less and less likely to be here beyond the end of the season. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows, of course. I mean, the defending from these set pieces is a glaring weakness. They need more height in the team come the summer. They need more physicality. If Bolly doesn't play, they've got no one who can really attack an aerial ball, so that's a big problem. But again, the youngsters have played their part. Gibbs White has showed some character. Traoré has reminded everyone just of how effective he can be. So more to smile about.
Wolves are looking good in the race for 12th.
Yeah.
Wolves to Brighton. Well, for the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.